Hey, all right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahar Kodash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone, for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect, Lord willing, with some of those men and women that believe in fear and hopefully waiting, and that are waiting and hopefully waiting for our day of salvation, which is also our day of redemption. Hey, I'm the brother Gabar Yahawada from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another lesson. And this lesson is inspired by this image right here. Right? This image comes from an art exhibit that was created by an artist who goes by the name of K-Man, right? And which he's a warlock. This guy, he's highly tapped in. I know his first name is Albert or something. I can't pronounce his last name like that. But this man had basically the evolution of money in this particular exhibit and the ultimate destruction of the fiat currency within the image, because this image is part of multiple images within one exhibit, and it's a big money ball. It's a globe, right? This image right here. This image right here was a part of this image right here, and the image that you just previously saw is written on the base of this exhibit. Okay, and it's not widely known or focused or talked. It's not widely known or focused on with many people, but insiders know. Insiders know, right? And that's what this whole world is moving towards: a digital enslavement. Okay, and again, this exhibit is called the Money Ball, and this is I wanted to focus on the final portion of the base of this exhibit, which it has right here. It has the RFID microchip in someone's forehead with the barcode symbol on above it, which we know that even though the internet is scrubbing a lot of this information that came out so long ago, that there's three lines within a barcode that represent 666, right? And this is the man. This is the number of the man, Esau Edom. That's his number. He uses that number within his system in a myriad of ways, okay? And it says right here, the near future. It says near future, right? Biochip body as a what? Communication conduit, right? So you're going to be, your body is going to be the communication conduit used via this Motb, this chip, this RFID microchip, to be a conduit between you and the beast system, right? Which is going to be a slave system, a new slave system. This is what they want, right? This is what the Bacon elite families want. This is the ultimate goal, right? So all the things that you see as we see technocracy lifting off like a rocket ship within the Trump administration's, within Donald Trump's second administration, he surrounded himself with all of these so-called businessmen that are technocratic in nature. In reality, they're nothing more than priests on our left-hand side that are basically pushing this new system, right? There's a reason why America looks like it seems like, and it is, being permanently destroyed from the inside out. They're trying to get rid of the old way, the old order, right? And so again, it says biochip body as a conduit, as a communication conduit, and then it has the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, in someone's forehead right here. Then it has the right hand, have it in the right hand, and then it has the sign or the symbol of the slave, which looks like a dollar sign, and it says right here "finis," which in Latin is finished, right? That's their ultimate goal, right? And they plan on chipping the majority of the people in the world, right? But they don't understand that this is their nail in the coffin to their system, right? So real quick before I get Revelation 13, let's go to the book of Job, right? About to fill his belly, right? This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 23. Okay, it says when he's about, yeah. Matter of fact, it's a. Okay, let me stick on the point. This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and that's the laborer, right? It says in the NLT, it says, in the midst of the plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. And that's what's about to happen to Esau, Edom, the wicked. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High, the Heavenly Father, shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, right? And so this is an example of that, the fullness of his belly. When he's about his belly, meaning he's full, meaning that his enterprise is up and running and is going. And now he has the world in that grip. What they're trying to do is extend their rulership, but that's not going to happen. When that chip is instituted, right, when it's made mandatory and it's pushed on the whole earth, because it is something that's going to test everybody that's on this earth, okay, the Lord's going to rain down what? Destruction on him via them nuclear missiles. And I saw something earlier where basically Trump and the rest of these oligarchs, they're trying to stave off nuclear destruction. Right? Yeah, I saw some weird Jake. He was on some small hat podcast, and he looked like a Jake, but he's on some small hat podcast talking about how in 2027 is going to be an expose of the aliens that they have in contact with, and they're supposed to save the world from nuclear destruction. Absolutely not. That's not going to happen. Talking about in 2027 there's going to be an alien revelation. No. First of all, ain't no such thing as aliens. Those are angels, and they're traveling in the chariots of Israel. Right? That's the first and foremost thing. Whether you believe it or not, makes me know never mind. But that's the truth. And the second thing is, they're not going to stop the destruction. In fact, the only reason why the destruction hasn't come yet is because the elect is being sealed. Right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth nor on the sea. Yet on the earth nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Right? And we know that the sea can also, and the trees represent nations. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of the Most High in their foreheads. And we know that the servants of the Most High start off with the elect of Israel, right? Because the elect of Israel, the men of Israel, right? Starting with the 144,000 men, right? 12,000 men from out of each of the 12 tribes of Israel, who are prophets, right? Who are going to be sealed with the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai, as well as the spirit of truth, right? And they will disseminate this information to the Lord's people, starting with the elect of his people, right? But the reason why I brought that out is because the angels are holding back the winds of destruction that's going to come from north, south, east, and west, right? That's the winds of destruction, right? And their job is to release that spirit of destruction that's going to hurt the earth. See, because Esau think that he's about to go on into usher himself into what they call a 4th industrial revolution, where they continue their rulership in wickedness and evil, but now it's going to be more draconian and more slave-like, because ultimately they want the people in a digital slavery. Right now, they have the people in wage slavery. And prior to wage slavery, they had the Israelites in chattel slavery. And now they have us in wage slavery. And now they want to put us in digital slavery, where you will have nothing and you will be happy. He gets to continue to make policy and rule the world in wickedness, and that's not going to happen. Right? His time is up. Okay, so going back into Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Right? And it's evident, especially when you see this image right here, it's evident that the Motb is the RFID microchip. we didn't make this up. It wasn't no Israelites that went in the back and created this image. It was a high level priest on the left hand side that created this image, right? And he got a video on YouTube about it, like a 5-minute video on YouTube about it, with all this satanic and esoteric symbolism within the video. And he's highly connected with witches and warlocks around the world, including in the Vatican. So this ain't just come out of thin air. And the signs are there if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. You have so many people within the world of Israel, right? This thing of ours, where you got different men who stand up calling themselves leaders, but they're not leading with the spirit of truth, right? They're leading with the spirit of guile. They're leading with the spirit of deceit. They're leading with the spirit of ignorance, right? And that's not a true man of the Lord. They're not leading in the spirit of prophecy, right? They telling you that, they still got Jake thinking that everything is going to be good here, right? We can buy land, right? You can buy 40 acres of land here, and, that's just a part one of your phase. Nigga, America's about to be destroyed, right? Why would you have people investing in this world? It's only because those people, their God is their belly. It's not Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? And everything that the Lord has given us, they're trying to take up. They're trying to, as we build, right? As we build the tracks through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai towards the kingdom, you got men coming behind us trying to tearing up the tracks of truth. And then you got men in the front trying to impede the work, right? They worried about nonsensical things, but they're not seeing how the world is moving towards prophecy. And then when you ask them a prophetic question, they can't give you an answer. They can't give you an answer. The guy, Nate, said that he didn't even know when they were going to use the nuclear missiles. He said they're going to use nuclear missiles. It's going to go nuclear, but I don't know when or, how many years from now. Nigga, we ain't got years from now. Right? This thing can go over in a matter of days, weeks, even months. Right? Something big is being prepared right in front of you in this prophecy, and no one wants to talk about it. And one of the biggest prophecies, if not the biggest prophecy, is the mark of the beast. And when it does get pushed out on the people, I guarantee you those detractors, they're going to try to jump on the bandwagon, claiming that they always knew it was this. It was, the same guys that was telling you that the mark of the beast is sitting in all its forms. It's an embargo. I mean, his logic changes like the wind changes, like the weather. You know what I'm saying? But yet our apostles and bishop elders, the doctrine, which is the doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which is prophetic in nature in every way, it has never changed. We've been telling you this. This new system is not set up for your benefit, especially if you one of us, if you are Israelite, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. This system ain't for you. You just going to be that much more of a servant to the devil, to Esau, Edom, and his system. You're not going to level up. He's not going to introduce immortality to you. He's not going to introduce a higher quality of life for you. It's going to be wicked. It's going to be draconian, and it's going to be hell. That's all he's going to bring. Right? And even Aaron Russo said the same. He said it. Aaron Russo, he ain't a part of Great Millstone. He wasn't a part of Great Millstone. He knew an insider by the name of Nick Rockefeller that told him that the ultimate goal of the banking family is the banking elite is to do what? Is to chip everybody with an RFID microchip, and all money will be on that chip. But while they play in one hand in front of the other and the other one behind you, right? The sleight of hand movement with all the bullshit that's going on earth, the people not really seeing what's happening. But yet you got the Lord's men, right? The real watchmen, the real spiritual newscasters standing out here telling you this, and people they're fighting against it. They're talking down against it. But all the evidence, there's no evidence to show that the mark of the beast is sleeping with white women. There's no evidence to show that the mark of the beast is sitting in all its form. It's Christianity. It's a philosophy in Christianity. You ain't never paid for nothing in Christianity in this world, ever. Never. As much as niggas believe in Jesus Christ, the white Christ, as much as niggas believe in that, why, nigga, you should be rich, nigga. Instead, You're spiritually naked, right? You're spiritually destitute. You have no understanding of prophetic prophecies or the prophetic nature of the scriptures, right? There's a scripture that says, to the law and to the testimony, to the law and let's see, let me see. Testimony. Yep. Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, and that light is truth, the light of truth. That if they're not speaking according to the law and to the testimony, is because there is no light in them, man. Right? There is no truth in them. All of this, everything we telling you is detrimental to your salvation if you are an Israelite. And the only ones that's going to adhere to this word of Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be the elect. Those that men and women that are taking this thing seriously. You got people having dreams of literal visions, bro. Having visions of the mark of the beast being pushed onto the people. People lined up. People are in a state of desperation, that in extreme poverty and famine and hunger and turmoil. These things are going to happen physically. The Lord said He's going to pour His Spirit out over all flesh. And that your young men shall dream dreams, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? And it ain't just a vision no more, it's reality. John the Revelator, John, the one of the apostles, he saw this in a vision. He didn't have the words to really put it in so that you can see it like that, because this technology didn't exist during his time. But he saw people being put in a position where they were what? Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? And this is the new way. This is going to be the new way of buying and selling. They've already conditioned the people to purchase things via tap pay, cashless payments. Right? You have I think it's Sweden. They're pretty much cashless, and they were one, if not the first country to accept fiat currency. Now they one of the first countries to accept the payment via RFID microchip. Right? So the pattern shows. And they're pushing that same thing, that's pushing that same spirit on the world, and other places where they don't have to tear down an old system because they already got a new digital system net set up, like China. Right? They didn't have an old system that they had to build on top. They were able to create a whole new system from the ground up. That's why them people took to it quick. And they're living in a digital prison. They have social. They have a digital ID system set up already. They have a social credit score system set up already. They have their highly surveillance. They have a highly surveilled society already. All of that, and it's not because those people are smart or technologically forward. It's because those Moabites, they're nothing but slaves anyway. That's a slave nation anyway, a nation of slaves, and they follow anything. Right, but that's the testing ground, and if Trump could have it his way here in America like that, he would have it like that, and it is going to be like that. There is going towards that. So it's going draconian first because they got to tear down the system. They got to tear down the old ways of doing things. That's why now, when you travel now, you got ICE in these airports. Right, the lines are getting longer and slower. They're getting rid of certain things and turning it digital because that's ultimately what they want to do anyway. In a new system, you're not going to be able to move around as freely as you are today. You're going to be confined to a 15-minute city, which your handcuff is going to be this Motb, mark of the beast, the way to buy and sell. This is the way. This is the way that they're going to make you buy and sell. And this is the mark of the beast. Because things are going to get so bad out here that these people are going to want to answer. And what they're going to do? Run right to Esau. and magically Esau gonna have the remedy right there. Oh, we got this. We got this chip right here. Just go to your local chipping station and you can buy and sell as you please. This new system will give you UBI, right? Universal Basic Income, right? They're going to have all this shit magically set up for you, but the whole time they were setting up for you behind the scenes and in front of you for decades, and you didn't pay no attention when the prophets told you not to do it. Because there is a judgment behind this. This is the book of Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, right? Doom for worshipers of the beast. When you take that chip, you're worshiping the beast and his system. You're worshiping that Roman beast system, which is the modern day EU NATO system, EU NATO system, the Edomite system. Rome all over again. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in their forehead or in their hands, and in the NLT it says, then the third angel followed them, shouting, anyone who worships the beast and his statue, or who accepts his mark on his forehead or in his hand, right? Because it ain't a statue like it's going to be a statue in the city center. Oh, the beast, let's bow down to it. No. It's the system. You're based, when you worship something, let's look up some synonyms for worship. Give me a second. So worship is the act of offering adoration or reverence, right? You making Esau and his system your God. You asking them to deliver you from the hell and the turmoil that's come upon this earth. Mind you, Yahweh Shema Shai is bringing this via this devil, right? But these devil, they creating the conditions to make it hard for you, so you can go to him. Right? Worship is the act of offering adoration, reverence, and submission to a divine being or deity, acknowledging their worthiness. And Esau wants to be the Most High. Right? These banking elites, they actually think that they're the powers, they're gods, and that they can do whatever they want. What Barbara Max Hubbard said, that they're the pale horse and they dictate who lives and who dies, roughly paraphrasing. And that's not true. Esau is not a god. He can't save himself. How can he save you? His system can't save us. It's been oppressive to us the whole time. Right? It says it serves to honor God, align human will with divine purpose, and foster a spiritual growth often. I just want to see the definition because I want to go to synonyms. It's words that are similar to worship. Right? So worship is to honor or show reverence for as a divine being or supernatural power. And that's what you're doing. You're basically saying that Esau is your God because he's the only one that can deliver. You got people speaking against the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shema Shai, and his only begotten Son, to try to make you believe that the Lord don't exist or that divine power don't exist. Right? Especially these Edomites. It says reverence, respect, admiration, devotion to an object or esteem. You saying that the elite are your gods. They gonna be dangling that carrot on a stick in front of you while you're hungry and starving, and you don't have no faith that Yahweh Shema Shai can deliver you. So you gonna run to this man and take his mark, not knowing that you're not saving your life. In reality, you're about to lose it. You just signed your death certificate. Right? Or your death certificate has just been stamped, right? If you even make it that far, because they don't expect everybody in the world to make it to the point where they even get a chip. Again, conditions gonna be so bad on the earth, they're trying to force the people to run to them, right? But they made the conditions that way. They set the trap and people fell for it. So a synonym, this is what I wanted, to venerate, reverence, or revere. Adoration, worshiping, idolatry. And ultimately that's what this is. It's idolatry. Right? Right? Because you're saying that this man is your God. He can deliver you and you belong to him. Right? Whether you know it or understand it or not. So going back into Revelation, chapter 14, verse 9, and it reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. That wine of the wrath of the Most High is that destruction, the nuclear destruction. America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. Right? And if you're not in American soil and you get that chip, you're going to get a grievous sore on you, man. You're going to get the answer with the C in front of it. Right? It's going to be to your detriment. But mainly here in America, man, this is where it's at. Right here. Because this is where the 12 tribes are all at right now. Right? When we scattered across the earth, but as it stands, Babylon the Great, this is it. And anybody that takes this man's mark, you're not going to make it out of that. Well, let's keep on reading. It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that fire and brimstone is that nuclear fire. Right? That's what this is. This is a one-way ticket to nuclear fire and destruction. Because you're faithless. You didn't have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. You didn't have faith in his word. You didn't have faith that our power would deliver you. So what happened? You said, you know what? Esau can do a better job. And you'll see people semi looking like they doing well. Your favorite artist, they're gonna get Kim Kardashian, your favorite whore. They're gonna get LeBron James, your favorite monkey. They're gonna get Jay-Z, your favorite camel. But come down and have you niggas thinking that, oh look, man, look how I made it. I got the chip and everything's working good, you know? Same way they did with the Juicy Juice. They pulled all these old ass celebrities, right? These has-beens, to see if you people were going to follow. They had Magic Johnson, fucking, what's the nigga name? Hank Aaron, had the nigga, Bill Walton? Not Bill Walton. The nigga from the Celtics, the old dude that died. He had like 1,000 rings. That nigga. But they had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sitting on a fucking stage, getting jabbed up, supposedly. Getting jabbed up to entice you to get it. Oh, your favorite celebrity got it, and they living, so you can get it, you gonna be good. Well, nigga, you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? What? I guarantee you, they're gonna pull out all the stops, man. Because they want the world to take this, and they want the world to believe that they are the Most High, and they're not. And when this chip get pushed out onto the people, you're gonna know that there was a prophet amongst you that told you not to take it, told you to turn to Yahweh Shem Shah, and you didn't want to listen. All the signs point to the Motb. Why can't you see it? Because the Most High made you blind. Why can't you hear it? Because the Most High made you deaf. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know that this thing is not advantageous to you. I don't give a fuck how many doors you can open with a swipe of a hand. The majority of you jakes, you're not even going to be in a room where you can do some shit like that. This ain't Star Trek. It don't matter if you can buy a bag of chips for it. Well, nigga, you buy a bag of chips, you exchange your life for a bag of Frito-Lays, man. You out of here, man. You had that one organization, they ain't talking about it now. I forget the name of that store in America. It was like 50 of their employees took the chip early so they can get access to their job and buy snacks. And then they've been plotting to get this thing into the people for decades, bro. In 2007, they had a newscaster. He said that by 2017, they wanted the whole world to have it. And that was, almost 10 years ago, right? 2017, right? And 10 years before that, 2007, they were already talking about it. And even before then, right? But through a system of gradualization, they got the people right where they want them. Right? That's why he's breaking. That's why this man Nero 47. That's why he's breaking America up in pieces. Because they want to make sure the ground is nice and broken up. So when they plant that seed of the Motb, that it just take. People just be like, oh yeah, watch how many people line up for that shit. And we told you not to take it. It ain't worth it. It's not going to save you. You're not going to be, a chip is not going to make you a god in this world. Look, man, Yahweh Shem Shai said we are gods, man. But we in the flesh, right? We in this flesh and we die like men. But when Yahweh Shai comes, we're going to be as he is. That's a better promise than anything Esau can give you. Esau ain't going to give us nothing that comparable to what Yahweh Shai is going to give us. Yahweh Shai is giving us eternal life. And Esau, all you're going to get is death. Again, this Motb is a nail in Esau's coffin. He thinks that it's going to be a victory. In reality, it's going to be the final nail in his coffin. As he goes down and he's destroyed. And his crown jewel, America, that whore, she's going to be broken up. And she's going to be burnt with fire. Right? And when America goes, the whole system goes. The whole system goes, man. The whole system. America is the cog in the wheel for this whole Edomite system. Right? And you're not going to make this a prison planet again. It's already a prison planet for the elect. Okay? So, yeah, brothers, I just wanted to bring this out. You know, I'm sitting here, you know, meditating, and Spirit just jumped on me to do something about it. So I pressed the button. Say shalom, on to the next. Say shalom.